Hey, it's Gayle with BERNINA of Naperville, and I have to tell you, we're here in Palm Springs, the middle of the desert in summer. And well, first thing, I want to just tell you something funny. So when you get to Palm Springs, if you're flying, you know, we flew into Phoenix and then we flew here, we get off the plane on the tarmac, like flat out walking on the concrete, sweating to death. Then at this airport in the middle of the desert, they make you walk to baggage claim outside, but that's okay because I have to tell you, I was freezing cold on the plane. But so I'm here at the Hotel Esmeralda, where Bernina University 2022 is finally here in person. And this room, it's got me written all over it. I mean, let's have a look here. The little breezeway, the teal sofa. Oh my God, I just love it. And our view is pretty awesome. And the artwork in the hotel is pretty cool. And I've already seen some Bernina friends. So, hey, it's day one. What are we gonna learn today?
And now I'm very looking forward to see you in Palm Springs, California. A great place to be.
A lot has happened since the last BU 3 years ago in Jacksonville, Florida. So, you know, what changed in our world? Quite a bit.
You know, when I said last year we're gonna meet in Palm Springs, I didn't expect to be in the Sahara. We're gonna have a hot week, vibrant week, right?
Beautiful, the Bernina 770 QE Plus case edition machine is. So, the Bernina 475 QE case edition is Bernina's first all-color machine. And what a color! Everything from the bobbin winder to the bobbin door is this lovely aqua color, and it's accented with this fantastic Millefiori pattern.
First of all, welcome to California. To all of you people coming from Europe and all those different places, as well as Australia, places like that too. It's very nice to be here. I was raised just up the coast from here. Actually, a very different place. It's cold there. But it's interesting being down here in the desert. But the thing about me, when I moved thousands of years ago when I was a child to Europe, it was because I love flavor. And America was working very hard to iron out any flavor in the world. You know, everybody was to be American and sort of conform to this is years ago, it's changed quite a bit now. But it's so interesting to finally break off from my studies, my art studies and so forth, and go to Europe and find myself in a place that was filled with flavor. First of all, I was in England, where we had the Irish on one side, the Scots on the top, and the Welsh, as well as the English, who were exotic enough already for me. But it was very interesting to learn the language, to learn how to behave, and to think a little bit before I spoke and stop dancing on the tabletops at every opportunity, which the English do not approve of. So they don't even dance on the floor. But anyway, was fantastic was that I found flavor, and I found all these different cultures, and took every opportunity to go off to Paris or Amsterdam or all of these wonderful cultures, all the Scandinavian countries, and find very interesting ways of looking at pattern and color. And I went through a period of just painting white paintings, so I wasn't even interested in color at first, but with the cultures of the world, particularly in a museum like the Victoria and Albert Museum in London, which was stuffed full of wonderful Islamic art and Indian art and so forth, I found all of these patterns and colors. And so I became very excited about playing with patterns And that's what led me into, first of all, a series of still lives that were very, very rich in pattern. And then going on into textiles. And once I was in textiles, that was just supposed to be a little kind of hobby on the side, but it just totally took over. It was so alluring, and every day was exciting to think of getting up and finishing an embroidery or a knit or a painted fabric that would go into patchwork. And so all of that absolutely took over my life. But it's incredible to think that after all of this involvement with pattern and so forth, I came across the Italians, which I really loved, because they were passionate about color. I mean, they really understood. I worked for the Missonis, great knitting family, and they totally understood my excitement about color. But what was interesting about the Italians was that they had this other side, this history, and I'm a history nut. I love going back and finding medieval approaches to pattern and color, and that's what I love about Europe, is they really preserve the old, and we find these wonderful museums that were showing us how people had done pattern and color in the past. And one of the things about the Italians that really caught my eye was the way that they did these beautiful Venetian glass chandeliers with antique flowers and done in the most delicate colors. And, you know, this little paperweight, which is so interesting, that became so important in this whole wonderful collaboration with Bernina. Just this little tiny glass globe is just so delicate and so beautiful and so tasteful. It's interesting because I've been to Murano just recently, and it's shocking how they seem to have lost that delicate elegance of color of the past. And most of the color I found in the glass was very, very harsh, bright color, which has a place, but I was looking for this, for the wonderful historical delicacy, and I found it. And it led to fabric designs, which then eventually led to getting onto Bernina machines. And I'm so grateful that Bernina understands my passion for pattern and has adopted it and celebrated it. I mean, look at this place and look at the amazing things that you guys are all wearing. I don't usually get to see my things walking around. You know, that's very thrilling to me. You know, I usually see it on walls in museums or you know, festivals of quilting. But gosh, it's wonderful. And so, thank you very much, all of you, for making such a party and such a celebration of this wonderful thing called color. So, thank you very much.
All right, so I snuck back up here to the room so that I could also tell you some other things apart from the new Kaffe Fassett machine. I mean, or machines. They're so beautiful. I love how everything is absolutely coordinated together. It's pretty fantastic, but I was really moved by Kaffe's words, you know, his love of color and just some of the inspiration pieces. And if only I had kept that needle point piece that I made many, many years ago. But okay, so let's switch gears. And there's also some other things on the horizon. Now, I'm just gonna give you some little snippets here, but there are 2 new hoops from Bernina. There is the free arm hoop that's gonna allow us to embroider on jeans and bags and things without ripping the seam open, which is pretty awesome. But we also have a new Quilter's square clamping hoop that will really assist in perfectly hooping things up. And I'm just going to give you a teaser here, but we'll be posting these other videos up, the professional Bernina produced ones as soon as we can get them up there. Let's see, there's new Burnett's. There's a new Burnett air threading cover stitch only, and there's a new Burnett air threading cover stitch and combo. That is the Burnett 62 and the Burnett 68. So that's really exciting. And yeah, so, you know, all that's left now is for us to go downstairs and take a quick shop through the Bernina University shop, but then also to get our hands-on classes. So stay tuned until tomorrow. And if you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to check out our Bernina of Naperville YouTube channel. It's easy. It's youtube.com/Bernina of Naperville. And there you can like, comment, and subscribe.